Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shonky Lab. Yes, it isn't dead just yet. I'm Elton, and joining me are the guest producers in the shape of Mr. Lee Medcalf.
Hello.
And Mr. Hal Curtis.
Hello.
And we are here to be talking about, how did we put it? TV and film vehicles. Road vehicles?
Yeah, road and wheeled vehicles, isn't it? It's land vehicles.
Yeah. That
gives us a lot of scope.
Because the aircraft and the helicopters, aeroplanes, boats, spaceships, it'd just be a 7-hour episode.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
Not yet, they don't.
No. As much as you like it, and as much as you think you would like it, you wouldn't want it. Trust me. That's just not good for anyone, I don't think.
Yeah, it's like those idiots who want a 7-hour Black Dog podcast. It's like, no, you really don't. You really don't.
All they can have it. It'll just be all the stuff in between.
Going off and making a cup of tea.
Yeah. And Darren coming back going, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Is this on? Is this on? Hello? Hold on. Anyway, sorry, a little behind the scenes there. Not my podcast now. Go on, carry on.
Anyway, yes. So, if you're listening to this, which you are, because it's not live this week, I'm still trying to work out how to get it live via some technical difficulties that I've had recently. So, one day we will be back live. When you do listen to us live, you can join us on, hopefully, mixler.com/Rogue2Media. There is normally a chat room there which you can join in and listen to us there and help us along our way. This would have been perfect for the chat room, I feel. There would have been reams and reams and reams of people putting up pictures of cars and links to other stuff as well.
Well, I tell you what, to celebrate getting Mixler running, maybe you should do the part 2 with aircraft and spaceships and what have you.
Yeah, it won't be spaceships. We've already done the spaceships.
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
So don't you do that one, Lee?
Yeah, I was going to say there's a bit of a Venn diagram crossover there, isn't there?
Oh, it's huge. The two circles are almost touching each other on all sides.
Balls are almost touching.
But yeah, we would do. I suppose it would be aircraft, famous aircraft, and a lot of Jerry Anderson stuff would end up on that, I feel.
Yeah. But once everyone said Airwolf and Blue Thunder, we'd all just go home, right?
But then it'll be a fight out between the two as to who goes top.
Oh, well, I'm gonna keep it powder dry for that one, I think.
Yeah, see? Yeah. 7 hours. Thank you very much.
Why is it me causing 7 hours?
No, I'm not saying it's you causing 7 hours.
Reading between the lines there, Mr. McManus.
Check your contract. So yeah, we're going to be talking about vehicles. I've got no stories to build into this. I think we should just get into this because I feel it's going to be a long one. I used to be really good on vehicles and knowing about stuff and not how many cylinders they've got or anything like that, but I used to know how many litres that engine was and what car that was and who built that gearbox and stuff like that. I used to know that as a kid at school.
Yeah.
Now, don't know. Don't care. Doesn't bother me anymore. I just think if it looks cool, excellent. If it goes fast, even better. So we're just going on sex appeal, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Got to get some sexy ones.
Yeah, sex appeal. Are they iconic enough to really make it onto this list? Imagine the Cornwall on Top Gear. Yeah.
And do they get extra bonus points if there's a monkey or some kind of simian in charge? If you have some kind of monkey in the car or truck, does that get bonus points?
It depends on what one you're talking about. All I can think of is Right Turn Clyde, that film.
Oh, you see, you got that, but you got BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the... Right. To Google. By the way, just to warn people, there'll be a lot of Googling.
Yeah. With a great, great soundtrack. That's another thing. You got to have a good soundtrack with your your cars, aren't you? Your vehicles.
Yeah.
I think so. That hooks you in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have something that you kind of sitting there, and not only does it look cool, not only does it have a monkey behind the wheel, but it also has a great soundtrack.
Doesn't it have to be shit-kicking music?
Yeah. If you've got at least one sort of banjo or ukulele going,
it's not a tune unless someone's blowing on a jug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looking like they should have been going through your bins earlier.
Okay, BJ and the Bear. I've just got it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember this at all. This is a truck.
Yeah, it's a big red truck. A bit like if they took the Starsky and Hutch car and turned it into a truck.
Right,
and
okay.
The chimpanzee and one of my two dads behind the wheel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know the bloke from My Two Dads with the beard?
Yeah.
That's him, Greg Evigan.
And this is from the 70s?
Yeah, early 80s.
Early 80s, okay.
Yeah.
Early 80s, doesn't it, with the hair?
That's it.
It's still collars, so yeah, that's got to be a crossover.
Yeah.
Time.
That's right. He always thought he looked cool in sort of brown shirts, so that's definitely putting it late 70s.
Yeah. That's quite a truck.
It is. I don't know what type of truck it is, because there was always two types, wasn't there? There was the flat-fronted ones, and then there was the ones that looked like Rubber Duck from Convoy with the big long nose, the daft trucks.
Yeah.
But it did have a theme tune. Rolling down to Dallas, my wheels provide my palace. I'm off to New Orleans, who knows where.
I recognise that.
Yeah, that's because we used to sing it whenever Mike Higgins sent feedback into the Black Dog. Because he drives a truck, so we were saying that he was driving around with a monkey.
Right, okay, so it's all fitting into one now.
See, it's all coming, it's all slotting into place. And I've got two plugs in.
Are they allowed to carry that much cash on them?
Well, I don't know. But,
Sorry.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we started off with a truck. There you go. That's your first one in there.
That's all right. I can dig that one. I can dig that one totally. How have you got one that you want to stick in? Or this is just going to be a free for all. So if you want to barge in, elbows are plenty. That's fine.
Well, I'd probably have to go for the obvious one, the General Lee.
Oh, see, another shit kicker theme tune.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the Duke boys could be mistaken for monkeys.
Indeed.
Yeah,
and welded doors.
Yeah, what was the deal with the welded doors?
Because it was a racing car, it needed the rigidity, I believe. I think that was the idea, anyway.
Right, not just because they just didn't know how to work doors, being inbred hillbillies.
Could be that.
Just fell through the window because it's the clear bit.
It's got a racing number on the side as well, so it is a racing car.
Is it? Was that part of the plot then?
I think so, yeah.
Because I always just thought they were just two hicks who just happened to get in trouble with the law for just general reasons. But I didn't know they were racers. Yeah, well, were they racers or something then? Or was that their backstory? Because I never really followed Dukes of Hazzard beyond.
I think it was the backstory.
Yeah. There you go.
I'd like to say it was the backstory. I can't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't. I honestly, all I thought was they were just two hoodlums who like destroying barns using their car.
That car must have been totaled every single episode. Maybe at least 3 or 4 times every single episode, because I always did a massive jump.
You could see the wheels go straight through the wheel arch every time it landed.
Yeah, bent in half pretty much, didn't it? And then just drove off a bit like the Commando Porsche.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. You just thought, okay, any second now. Oh, there's John Ritter's head going through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the top of the engine shape itself onto the bonnet. And in the next shot, it's perfectly fine. It's just driving off.
Yeah. As the exhaust pipe does a 90 degrees from the rest of the car as it lands.
Do you ever remember the Ghost one? They had an episode where they were supposed to have been killed in it, and they painted it with fluorescent paint and drove it round at night. So it was the ghost of General Lee.
Oh my word!
Really?
Only in America.
Oh, man.
Really? Yeah.
Oh well, you see now you've done it. You triggered the thought about a ghost car. Did anyone ever see a film called The Wraith with Charlie Sheen?
Wraith?
Not sure.
Because that had a car which probably looked like shit in the daylight, but what they did was they basically had a car, spray painted it black, and he was like it's like a bit like The Crow. He'd been killed, and he's come back as Charlie Sheen, and then he would turn into this sort of cross between Darth Vader and the Stig, and he would drive around in this black car, which was, like I say, probably looked shit in the daylight. But what they did was they stuck all this sort of blue trim, like blue laser blue sort of like fish tank lights all around his car.
I've got it on Google. I can see it now. Yeah. I've never seen the film, but
The Wraith, it was called. Yeah.
Series, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But
no, it was
very 80s looking.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when it came out. Blimey. I mean, there's lots of.
Ooh.
Just trying. Oh, you found it?
Oh no! Oh yes, I think I have. Hang on. Yeah, I have. I think I have.
Charlie Sheen car. There you go. Yeah, it looked like someone. Yeah, it was.
It looks like a modern day car now.
Yeah, like someone sort of put some molding over the top of a Honda Civic.
Yeah, and it's giving it the Lamborghini
profile. Yeah,
the wings, door wings as well.
Yeah.
Or one of those suspicious kits for an MR2.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. An MR2. What's it called? It's an M4S Turbo Interceptor by Dodge, apparently.
Okay.
There you go. See? Quick Google makes us look all super cool. We know what we're talking about.
It looks like a Hot Wheels car, doesn't it?
It does.
That's it. Yeah, the kind of Hot Wheels car where they sort of like had bits left over from sports cars and they just bolted it all together and sort of filled it in with some welded bits.
Yeah.
Just to make it look slick.
It's got a crazy spoiler at the back as well.
Yeah, like
some pictures, not all, I've noticed.
Yeah, the one that was in the actual film looked like the what's that one, the Zonda? Is it the Zonda, the one that Richard Hammond kept going on about in Top Gear?
Yeah.
The stupid car that was ridiculously long and had the little sort of silly spoiler at the back. Zonda. It looks like a bit like that. It's kind of got this weird.
Yeah, it probably is a Zonda because. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to drop a link in it and it just wants to give you a huge thing. Sod that. The Zonda is a weird looking car anyway.
Yeah.
It's almost you're sitting on top of the engine on that.
Yeah. But it's stupidly long and kind of ill proportioned.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? Ah, God, blimey, I'm warming up. This is like a really naff version of Top Gear, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, can I just jump back to the General Lee very, very quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I got two stories about that.
Go on, then.
One was I always asked my dad if I could jump through the windows in his car because I loved that program.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me. He did once or twice, but that was only when Mum wasn't getting in the car as well. Because I'm sure she wouldn't have wanted a boot in her face at the time.
Yeah, probably not.
But another one was I was pretty much obsessed with Dukes of Hazzard at one point as a kid because it was just an awesome orange car driving around, jumping around, and it was the best thing on TV. And I wanted a remote control car of the General Lee, but I don't think they were made at that time. And my dad was...
Everyone wanted one round then.
Yeah. But my dad wanted to write into Jim Will Fix It to fix it for me to get into the General Lee.
Nice.
And I distinctly remember having a conversation with him. I was around about 5 and he was going, would you like me to write into Jimmy Savile for you? I was like, no, I just want a remote control car. He went, but wouldn't you want to get in the real one? I'm like, no, I just want a remote control car.
You must have known instinctively.
I feel like I dodged a bullet there.
You dodged.
Sounds like it.
It was a bit more than a bullet, I suppose. Yeah, but
yeah. You see, you and your youthful good looks and your little cut down Daisy Duke shorts, mate. You would have been all.
Hey, that's not a bad image.
Been right up there like a rat up a drain pipe.
What, my trousers?
Yeah.
Well, that's the first mention of Daisy Duke, anyway.
Oh, come on. We couldn't go very far without that. I mean, that was formative years for me. That was. Come on, I'm a little bit older. You have to go with this, you know.
Yeah, and I've seen it within the last 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah. I mean, just talking about real cars. Yeah, you wanted to try and do. My dad went through a phase of being all about just fucking about with better cars and better cars and better cars. And one, he I don't know if he bought it or he borrowed it or what, but we only had it for a short time, was a 1977 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. with the Firebird on the bonnet.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. We had that for about 3-4 weeks, I think it was. And we used to race around in it. My dad just used to find excuses to drive down to my uncle who was in Chatham, and we'd shoot up and down the A2.
Oh man.
So did you pretend you were driving because it was left-hand drive?
No.
As a passenger?
No, I just sat there going deaf because it made most enormous racket.
Did you have the roofs off? The T-bar?
Yeah, you had the sort of the was it it's leatherette, wasn't it? It wasn't real leather, but it was leatherette kind of roof thing, and it was and it basically, just everything just, all I remember is everything rattled, everything smelt of petrol, and it just made this noise. Whenever it sort of got on the motorway, it would just make this noise like this. Ah!
And how often did you have to fill it up with petrol?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention at that point, but because this was
must have been a lot of stops.
Yeah, it must have been 1978, 79, something like that. So yeah, I was 8, 9. And yeah, all I remember is just all you could hear was the wind and the engine and everyone trying to talk to each other like this at each other while it went around your head.
I totally adore that car. To the point where I was reminded about it a little while ago, and I was going to maybe message you and go, okay, can we put that on the docket for Black Dog? I want to do that.
Why? What film?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh my God. Yeah, all right. All right, for you, Elton, right here.
He's done the Transformers.
Yeah.
It's in perspective.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see my mum and dad tomorrow. I'll see if I can find a picture of the thing, and I'll scan it and bring it, put it up on the Facebook group. There was a picture of me looking like very much like a sort of Savile attendee sitting on the bonnet with my dad.
Very groomed.
Yeah. Wearing my Starsky and Hutch t-shirt and blue jeans with bell bottoms, and my dad with this beard and this sort of very 70s haircut. But yeah, that's such a cool car though, isn't it? It's got the T-bar on there as well. Yeah.
In the films, it was black, jet black, and it just looked gorgeous. It never looked ugly in any position whatsoever.
Yeah. The one.
That's what Savile said.
Yeah, as he slowly stroked your knee and said, "Would you like to ride in my car?"
And gave you a centre part in saying, "Good boy, good boy."
Lovely, jingly jangly jewelry, jewelry.
I didn't think this episode would go this way. I must admit.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Started
it. But that was the truth.
Yeah. Anything that helps you deal with it.
Yeah. That's what I've been told. My psychiatrist says that anyway.
It's good to talk. Anyway. Sorry. By the way, were you supposed? Have you mentioned? I can't remember if you mentioned it before we went on air or now. Or were you going to come up with a shonky car?
Yes, yeah. By the end of this episode, we will have a shonky car. Definitely.
Okay. Cool. One that sums up the whole of the podcast in one. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It will. I'd imagine. I'm hoping I've got an idea of a shonky car anyway. And I don't think anyone else has mentioned it on either the Facebook group or between us. No one's mentioned the shonky vehicle, should we say.
Yeah.
Is this a serious vehicle or a kind of comedic vehicle?
Well, I've got two ideas.
Yeah.
And they are both real life vehicles.
Vehicles?
With
the H in capitals.
They are both real life vehicles, and I haven't seen it on the Facebook group. I haven't seen it mentioned by anyone else. And so I'm just interested whether it comes across from anyone else or anyone else has thought about it before the end of this episode. So you've got an idea that could be a shonky vehicle. The official shonky vehicle.
The official shonky vehicle. I think I've got it right on the nose.
And how, have you got one in mind as well?
I do, sort of, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to save mine until the end of the episode and then reveal it then. We'll swap details and see out of them or the other ones going. Before that, what would actually be the official shonky vehicle?
Okay. Right. What, do you want mine now? Or?
No. The end of the episode. End of the episode.
We'll swap insurance.
The big reveal.
Yeah, the big ta-da.
Definitely.
Okay. Cool.
So, okay, what, should we hit another one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, how do you want to drop one in for us?
Didn't I do the last one? I mean, I can if you like, but someone else's turn, to be fair.
Okay, I'll drop one in then.
Go on in.
I'm going to go for the 1975 Ford Gran Torino from Starsky and Hutch.
The striped tomato.
See, now that's two of the criteria. You don't have a monkey behind the wheel, but you do have a very good soundtrack, and it looks cool.
And Go Faster Stripe as well. That is one of the coolest cars ever. I had maybe 2 or 3 Matchbox cars of this because I played with them so much, the paint chipped off of them.
I remember those cars.
And weren't they so cool, though?
Yeah, weren't they?
It was like a Ford Granada, though, really, wasn't it? Really. It's just a big slab. It was only the paintwork that made that thing look good.
Yeah.
Cause big square grille, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. You remember the old Ford Granada, the old ones that sort of like just looked like someone had got like a shoebox and spray painted it gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Gran Torino wasn't far off of that. I mean, it is a really cool car, the one from Starsky and Hutch.
I think it looks great. It's just got everything about it. It's got it's got a rake on it as well. The front wheels are a little bit smaller than the back wheels, and so it dips down ever so slightly.
I didn't notice that.
No, I never noticed that.
Hold on.
It seems to anyway. I might be wrong in that.
No, Google is bearing it out. Google is bearing it out.
To me, it always seemed to have a little rake on it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's got almost tiny front wheels, really, when you look at it from the side. It is like a Matchbox car where they run out of equal sized wheels and they're just 2 dodgy ones on the front. From a different scale of vehicle.
Or is it just a different profile tyre?
It could be, but the rear wheels dip in.
I think it is. You got a fatter back wheel, and I think you got a bigger profile tyre.
Well, you say that.
Looking at these.
Well, the one I'm looking at, which I've just sent through, you can actually see that the actual hub, the wheel hub, is actually smaller at the front. Actually looks smaller. I mean...
Right, because it's jacked up at the back as well. It's lowered at the front and jacked up a little bit at the back to give it that kind of stance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, of course, you got the white stripe as well, which is leading your eye. So that's another thing entirely.
Yeah.
Making it look like it's raked. So, yeah.
But there was nothing else striped like that.
No.
It was just so unique.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so cool. Such a cool looking car because the paintwork really, really did the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that, and its bonnet was big enough that you could have Paul Michael Glazer slide on his arse for about half an hour across the bonnet.
He'd burn his jean out by the time he gets to the other side of the car.
Yeah, exactly. They had to speed the footage up of him sliding across because it was just like otherwise it'd just be like.
Could someone give me a push?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just see a broom coming off stage and just slowly push him along a bit. We'll paint that out in post.
God, don't want to get caught on that bumper though.
No.
Nasty.
Yeah, that spiky front bumper was not practical for saving anyone's life who it hit, was it? Really?
No, that was for knocking bears out the way, I'd imagine.
Or a snowplow.
Yeah. It's Mr. Plow.
Nice.
Okay, right, I've done one then. Lee, do you want to do one?
Okay, well then, following the stripy line, I've got to go for one. I've got to go for one that's got the same stripe. The GMC G-Series van, a.k.a. Mr. T's A-Team van.
Oh, man.
Ah, yes.
I can't go wrong with a black van with a pointless red spoiler on the top and a red stripe right round the edge.
That spoiler was awesome.
But what did you do?
Well, was downforce, obviously.
You never went over 30 mile an hour.
I love the interior of that as well, with the revolving chair and everything. They all look really comfy.
Yeah, no.
It's probably a big studio rather than a van, but it still looks
nice. Yeah, I imagine it. Yeah, you cut inside the real A-Team van, and it probably just smelt of pants and cigar smoke.
Yeah, just general BO, really.
Yeah.
4 sweaty men in the back of a van.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, some hair oil for BA's mohawk, just to keep it upright.
But it's not entirely black, though.
No, it took me years to work that out.
Yeah.
I only realised recently that the top part's actually grey.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But then I suppose that's because of the way they filmed it, because it was always in brilliant sunshine, wasn't it? So
good point.
So it was always brightly lit and sparkly. I didn't realise it was grey and black and red until I got the Matchbox toy.
Right.
So I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and one of the pictures, it does look black. It is ever so slightly off black on the top part before it hits the stripe.
Is that the one where it's in the sunset?
No, it's
quite
not.
No.
What one am I actually doing? It's almost your eye level is down near the wheels, and so you're looking up at it.
Right.
There's about 1 million pictures of this all over the internet.
There's a few. And a dodgy transit van with a stripe and red wheels. Bull bars. Doesn't quite work.
Yeah, you can't really jazz up a Sherpa van and stick a spoiler on the top. It doesn't really quite work, does it?
Yes.
It was a bit like people with Cortinas trying to make them look like the Torino that we were just talking about back in the day.
Because it almost looks like it. It's got almost the profile of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a Vauxhall Viva.
Yeah. Some dude from Basildon wants his camper van to look like the A-Team van.
Yeah, his VW homebrew camper van. Yeah, it's gonna look great.
He's got a T4, which is cool, but no, it's no A-Team van.
Yeah, no.
But it's got the red wheels as well, which
they look awesome.
Yeah, they look spiffing, I must say.
Yeah, no, I think the A-Team van is one of those ultimate. That was the ultimate 80s cool car. you can imagine getting your friends from school. You'd all be inside. It's got all this technical equipment and you got all the seats that turn around and everything. And like I say, it might smell like a men's toilet, but it was, it was really cool. And again, it's another one of those cars that you always saw take off and then you see it land on the other side of the fence and watch like the entire front explode and then come. And then it was fine again.
A trick they'd do with this all the time, they'd have the A-Team van in a parking lot or somewhere like that on a road, and it'd always smoke its tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always wanted my dad to smoke his tyres on his car. He's like, well, you know, we've got a Cortina and no power in that car. You're not going to get them smoking.
1.6 or something really small for a big, heavy car.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine how you make a car's tyres smoke these days. It just wouldn't work. Unless you got some massive engine in it.
Oh, no. Cars nowadays, they have a special handbrake for it.
Do they?
Yeah.
A lot of cars don't have handbrakes now.
What?
Yeah, seriously. These modern cars, they don't have handbrakes, and the engine stops when you stop. Cuts out and then starts again.
Which I hate.
They're ridiculous.
I hate
Yeah,
them.
I can't be doing with any of it.
Fuck, I've just fallen through a time warp into the future. I didn't know any of that. Why? Why would you do that? There would always be this fear that you'd stop at the traffic lights, the engine would go off and then it wouldn't come back on again.
My work van used to do that. And I used to turn it off every time I got in the car, because if you were in stop-start traffic, you'd probably burn more diesel starting the car and then stopping the car and then starting it again than actually letting it just tick over.
Yeah.
I reckon so.
And you're not doing it any favours by restarting it again and again and again. I felt anyway. And it was just bloody annoying. It just annoyed me.
It is.
But I think some of these...
disconcerting as well.
Yeah, it can be. But I feel some of the newer muscle cars, they do have a way of burning out. So you have a special handbrake which will lock the front wheels, and then they'll allow the back wheels to spin, and then you can release that handbrake, and then off you go.
Right.
I could do a burnout in my car.
Really?
Yeah, it's mid-engine rear-wheel drive.
What is it?
Has a handbrake. It's MR2 Roadster.
Oh, right. So I couldn't do it in my full deck doors, full focus or nothing like that.
You could do a front-wheel burnout. Doesn't look quite as impressive, I know, but...
Yeah, it looks really good as I shoot out of the Sainsbury's car park at 25 miles. Stopping only to put the ticket across the barrier so I can go out the door. Excuse me. Yeah, there you go. 50p? Yeah, fine.
You do your burnout, you get to the barrier, and then all your smoke would follow you and envelop you. And you'd just be sat there in the barrier going...
Yeah, you need your windows closed for that one, definitely.
Yeah. Going around the McDonald's drive-through, sitting there trying to order the fries as the smoke slowly wafts across the gap between you and the person talking. Nice.
The lady hangs out the window, hands you your fries, and goes, "What are you doing?" "I'm just warming up my tyres for when I go off."
Yeah. I must get these fries home as fast as possible. Anyway.
Homeward bound. Vroom.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Parker. Don't spare the horses. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. The A-Team van.
Yeah.
Thumbs up from me, definitely.
One thing I've noticed about the ones we've already mentioned, and it is only a very sparse collection that we've already mentioned.
Yeah. All American?
I wasn't going to say that. I'd say that you don't get it in films and movies nowadays per se, but they've all got character to them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
as if they're an extra character on the show.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, you don't get a car which rocks up now and everyone goes wow. But well, actually, I can think of one. But that's cheating, really. Which is the Batman Tumbler.
Ah, okay.
I think when that turned up, everyone went, fucking hell, what's that? And then he races it around and he says, does it come in black? It's like, oh, yeah, go on, give me some of that.
See, now the Tumbler, that's the Christian Bale version, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. Which then had the stupid little right angle turning silly bat pod thing that flew out the side.
Yeah, didn't that
I much prefer the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get onto the original in a minute, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, let's do the Tumbler then, because we could do a show, and I'm sure Jim Moon would do a show at some point on his Hypnagoria or Hypnobobs about the Batman cars that you can have, because there are a million that you could go through. There are tons and tons. And I've seen the evolution of that, and it is quite interesting to look at. But the Tumbler is, because it looks so military, I know the story is it is an ex-military thing or a military thing that wasn't used, but
yeah,
it worked for me because it was up to date, and it had a start. It had a funny stance because the front wheels you didn't have anything in between the two front wheels. It was almost as if it was two bikes slapped together next to each other.
That's right. And then and you've got all those kind of stealth shielding plates all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is unlike any other car, isn't it? It doesn't look like a car.
No, that's right.
Really.
Yeah.
No, it took me a while to get used to it, to be honest.
Me too.
I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck is that? Especially as he's got that massive like nose panel thing right down the middle. It's like, how much view have you actually got in that thing? You're literally looking out of like sort of 10-degree porthole. It's like every time you go around a bend, if you steered off to the right, you'll be like, hang on, slow down, slow down. Take it around the corner really slowly.
It's like James Cameron in one of his submarines at the bottom of the sea, isn't it? It's one of them.
Yeah. Doesn't it kind of lean
thick
with the corners though? Don't the wheels sort of raise, and doesn't it kind of lean for the corners? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the film, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because the front wheels are actually on arms.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and the whole thing banks. But my point is that it's got no windows it hasn't really got very big windows in the sides, and the front is like two eyes. So you got this massive like 2-foot wide panel to the side of the driver, and then another window. So it's like, you've literally got like a 1-foot square that you're staring out of. It's like, I can't imagine driving down the road trying to judge your distance, going through those spacer bollards, the ones where they try and slow you down by having this sort of exact bollards on the side.
Yeah.
I imagine you'd be sitting there going, oh, hang on, bit too, go left, go right. You'd
Parking sensors going off all over the place.
That's right. It'd be that thing where you have someone leaning out of a window going, no, you're almost at the curb. Left a bit, right. Just because you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Just Batman slowly trying to reverse into a car parking space.
I can't
and
imagine.
The wheels are a bit wide as well.
Yeah.
The manoeuvring. Left and right.
Yeah,
especially reversing into a car park space.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you'd be taking 2 bays up straight away, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's if you park straight. And I mean, let's be honest, Batman doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who parks straight and bother about it.
He's one of them bastards that take 4 spaces up.
Yeah, he'd park in the mother and child bays, wouldn't he? Just like straight across. I ain't got time for this. I'm Batman.
Did you see Martin Clunes do that?
What?
It was Martin Clunes. He did that recently.
What, Batman?
No. That would be a totally different show altogether.
Martin Clunes' Batman didn't get past the first episode.
That would be more like the original, I think, with Adam West.
No, Martin Clunes, he was caught on video parking in a mother and or parent and child's space.
Yeah.
In his BMW, and some motorcyclist brought it upon himself to have a go at him for it.
Good.
Yeah, I thought good as well. And then Martin Clunes was a bit of a dick towards him, saying, I don't care. I haven't got time to park anywhere else.
Well,
What a knob.
That's because he's a knob.
Well, he's a BMW driver as well.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying, you know.
Yeah.
No, there's cause for celebration when one uses their indicators.
Bunting pops out.
Yep, go on.
A tip I saw in the Viz top tips was for Audi drivers. You know, similar thing. To put their seat forward so they can be even fucking closer to the car in front.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they do love a good sort of like, you know, literally getting. I was driving down the road once and an Audi driver came up behind me and it was like literally like I felt like having one of those signs on the back that said, if you like, I can pop the boot and you can park in the back. You know.
My dad did that once.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were driving to my nan and granddad's house and we were on Well Hall roundabout. And we're just coming off a Well Hall roundabout and near my nan's house, and he had someone right up his arse, and he had enough. He stopped, and my mum did the thing of, no, don't get out, dear. Don't get out, dear. So I just remember my dad getting out. He opened the boot of the car, and invited the man to get in the boot.
Nice.
Oh, nice, smooth.
He went, no, would you like to get in it? Because it'll be easier. We'll just drag you around. It's fine. And then nothing was said. My dad got in the car and we drove off.
Lovely.
It was just one of them things of, oh, Dad's got out the car. Oh my God.
This is it. It's all going to kick off now. But sometimes, you know, you do have to drive close to other people because you do need to sort of, you know, you do find that there's sort of safety in clumps. I mean, it's like once I was driving along and there was like lots of fog and it literally was getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And all I could see was the lights of the car in front. Mm. And I'm getting, oh God, I can't see what I'm doing. This guy's clearly going somewhere and I'm following him and he had the lights and you know what he did? You know what the fucker did?
No.
He turned the lights out and I went right up his arse, smack.
What a fucker.
Yeah, so I got out and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he said, I'm in my garage, mate.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Take a bow. Anyway.
Bloody hell.
You believe me for a second.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
That's right in there.
Anyway.
We digress.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Go on, Hal, drop us one.
Okay, as we've had all American, I'm going to go for Bodie's RS2000.
Oh. Hey.
Bodie's RS. Hang on.
Professionals. Again, good theme tune. And let's
absolutely.
Lewis Collins looks a bit like a chimp. So, you know, I was
thinking that more Martin Shaw looks more like the chimp.
Actually, he's got the hair for it, hasn't he, really? Yeah, RS2000 from the Professionals.
I'm Googling it. Hang on a sec.
Oh, man. Right.
I just love that nose cone.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, that was another one that people with, like, Ford Capris kind of pretended it was.
You forgot that wow bit.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Right, I'm getting lots and lots of different pictures. You're going to have to drop me a picture of this one.
Basically, if it looks like a stumpy Ford Capri and it's white with a black roof.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got the twin lights on the front with that nose cone thing.
Yeah, it's kind of looks like a cross between a Ford Capri and a Vauxhall Golf.
black spoiler on the back as well.
That's the one.
That's it, yeah.
But it's not a Capri.
No.
No, it was Doyle who had the Capri.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
As did Terry out of Minder.
Oh yeah, Terry. Yeah, he had a white Capri with the big wide headlights, didn't he?
So, what type of car is this? I know you said RS2000.
It's a Escort Mark II.
Right. Okay.
With Ross-style wheels, might I add.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
The more you learn.
Kind of remember my old Fords. I used to be a bit of a fan of them.
Nice.
Oh, no, I've got Bodie's Ford Capri here. No, you just said it's not the Capri. There it is. Got it. I got it.
He did have a Capri as well at another stage.
Yeah, that was the second season he had it, didn't he?
It's got more of a slanted front.
Yeah.
Bit flatter, bit blacker as well, and
quite
wider.
Square.
Yeah.
Is that a vinyl roof?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
only the best for CI5.
Probably had those vinyl seats that used to burn your legs in the summer. Did your parents have those cars with those in?
Oh yeah. The vinyl seats where you just sort of like during the hot weather you'd sit in it and then you'd sort of like, again, if you were a kid and you were wearing shorts, you'd sort of like get about 5 minutes into it and you just move your leg and you just feel like your skin's still stuck to the vinyl, and there'd be this sound like you're sort of slowly pulling blue tack off of a table. It'd be like,
that's the one.
Nice.
Yes, I remember that well.
just like you're peeling off one of those sort of jelly men that you used to throw at walls that used to roll down the walls. Same sort of deal.
No, we didn't have vinyl seats in our cars. We weren't that lucky.
Weren't that lucky?
No.
You mean you weren't that unlucky?
Oh, was that an unlucky thing? That sounds like a posh thing.
What? No.
Oh,
No. It's for people who couldn't afford leather seats or cloth seats. And yeah, it was basically just to get your ass crack and your legs all sweaty.
Oh, blimey. Oh, well then I was all right then.
Yeah, you were posh.
Yeah, I'm going to start looking down my nose at you again. Sorry, I was looking the other direction.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck you then. Oh dear. Well, go on in now. And what you got then?
I'm going to drop the Austin Powers Shaguar.
Ah, nice. No, I like that. I do like that. That's the old S-type Jag, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
isn't it the E-Type?
Oh no, it's the E-Type.
E-Type. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And the E-Type, I think, is the car that Enzo Ferrari coveted the most.
Yeah.
He said that was the most beautiful car ever built.
Yeah. Wasn't there something? Again, this is my pretend Top Gear knowledge. Wasn't there a whole thing about it basically being the start of Aston Martin, or the Aston Martin nicked its ideas, or am I thinking about the Jaguar? Was it the XK series? I can't remember. I know there was something where one of the Jaguars had its design essentially nicked by Aston Martin. Sorry.
I think it was very cutting edge anyway when it came out, and it's almost like a milestone in the design of cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't it the beginning of speed limits as well? Because it was one of the first fast cars. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, cars could go over 100 miles an hour. I could be wrong with that, but
I think you're somewhere right, yeah.
Yeah. I just found me bit of crappy car trivia thing. No, it was the XK8, the Jaguar XK8, which was the modern day Shaguar in Austin Powers 2.
Oh, okay, fine.
And that was basically the same shape as the later Aston Martin.
Right.
Yeah, they are quite similar, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
I like it because it's got a Union Jack plastered all over it. Nowadays, we're not allowed to show Union Jacks.
I liked it because it came with a Heather Graham and a electric screen that goes with Basil Exposition on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
I always loved that bit.
Austin, what are you doing right now?
I'm just driving, baby.
Oh, Heather Graham.
Yeah.
What happened to Heather Graham?
Oh, just don't.
No, not like that. Crying out loud. We all know what happened with that.
No, there's just no good will come of that conversation. Just stop right there. We're talking about cars.
Yeah. But it's also a fun looking car as well. It's a serious under the paint job, but it's just a load of fun. It suits the Austin Powers person.
Yeah.
And you got that fun element of the stupid paint job as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's brilliant. I think it's one of those things where you just sit there and go, oh man, that's the 60s wrapped up in a nutshell, isn't it? An E-type Jag with this stupid paint job and someone with a cravat dancing down the road to I can't remember his name now. Never mind, doesn't matter. Carry on. Ignore me.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
No, it wasn't. It was
Burt Bacharach?
That's the one.
Burt Bacharach, sorry, yeah.
What
Sorry.
do you get when you fall in love? Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Anyway, I do like the Austin Powers films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do actually. I think they're quite witty.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the third one for a long, long time though. I've seen the first two because I introduced them to Jacob because he fancied watching something like that, something stupid. And there's it's because it's quotable and it's ingrained now. Yeah. And sometimes I just end up rolling my arse over. Especially when he's in that corridor and he's on that stupid car and he gets wedged in between the two walls.
Forwards. An inch either side, isn't it?
I could watch that for hours.
Yeah. Basil, this coffee tastes like shit. It is shit, Austin. Nutty.
Nice memory. All those hours of film, and you thought of that.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I eat because I'm hungry, and I'm sad. I'm sad because I eat.
Stop. No, otherwise just turn into... Yeah, I'm going to get you some orange sherbet. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Didn't that just turn into Ralph? Was it Ralph Brown, or whatever he's called in With Now?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I you don't want to be spiked. Otherwise, I'll spike you, and it'll feel like a brain tumor is like a birthday present.
Very good.
Thank you. That's why I keep my hair long, because it channels the signals directly into the brain.
It shits itself.
Hey, it's a baby toy that essentially shits itself.
I'm going to have to watch that. I really am.
It's great.
Great, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then when he reprised it for Wayne's World, it was like, Ozzy wouldn't go on stage unless he has a bowl of brown peanut M&Ms. I had to go in and beat the man to death with his own shoe, but Ozzy went on stage.
Is that what that's from then?
Yeah.
I know that's Wayne's World.
That's Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
And basically Ralph Brown recalls the same character, Danny the drug dealer.
Right.
He's Danny the roadie or something, and he basically does the same thing. He just he tells this story about killing a man in a sweet shop with his own shoe to get an entire sack of brown peanut M&Ms, just so that Ozzy would go on stage. Yeah, but anyway, cars.
Yes. Anyway, go on then.
Yes.
Choose another one. Someone.
I think it's Houston, isn't it?
Okay, I'm going to go for the truck off Duel.
Oh, nice.
That rusty, dirty, scary thing.
Yeah, now I know this one. It's a 1960s Peterbilt 281. There you go. Look at that.
Now, this is the different shape of the trucks, isn't it? The first one that you mentioned.
Yes, it is, yes.
Has the flat nose. This has got the long bonnet nose.
That's it. Yeah. Bit like, the old.
Very old.
Like the old Mack trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Which also, I think the same model of truck. No. I was going to say something and it's stupid and I shall stop. So there you go. Carry on. Anyway, yeah, the truck from Jill.
Well, in Jill, this is the actual character itself, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the driver.
But let's just say, to keep it on theme, let's just say it's a monkey.
Okay, monkey.
There's a monkey behind
well,
the
you get to see their feet, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's
true. You get to see their boots. So you do know there's actually, like, it's not like a ghost thing that can drive itself or anything. It's not Herbie.
No. And it can't be a monkey, really, because we see it's got, cowboy boots.
Monkeys can wear cowboy boots.
Can they?
True.
Oh, there you go.
I guess.
Yeah, the theory holds. It's been tested and it's still holding.
If you got a monkey, cowboy boots, and enough duct tape, you can make him wear anything.
That's right.
It's back to the truck. It's the way it's got those plates on as well, which I think you touched upon on the Black Dog podcast. That it could be its previous victims.
Yeah, all the different number plates all over it.
Yeah, from various different states. So it's been around a bit.
Yeah, and also,
how can it be so fast?
Yeah, and well, that's the thing, isn't it? Is that whole thing of him, the driver being very, very good at his job, and which is basically running people off the road.
Mm.
But it's
until
also
the end.
Well, until the end. Yeah, mind that first step. It's a doozy, but it's I think, isn't it customized or something? Because it's got that all those bits of the engine are actually hanging out the side, if I remember rightly. Like sort of hoses, air intakes and shit. Or am I thinking of a different car? Different truck?
No, there is stuff.
There is, isn't there? And it's got a huge exhaust pipe that bellows out the black smoke.
Yeah, which also gives it a character because it's got that kind of real roar when you hear it coming. It's like kind of thing.
Mm.
It's almost like the shark from Jaws again. In fact, before Jaws,
yeah,
it's just got a personality. You hear it as much as see it, and you know it's coming. It's really threatening looking thing.
It is, isn't it? With that rusty patina as well, it just looks incredible.
Yeah,
but it's also got the open wheels at the back as well. The trailer has almost enclosed rear wheels, which gives it a bulk around that bit. But it's got a really narrow manipulating center point, the pivot point. And it's all open and exposed. And they're the only 8 wheels exposed to the elements. And that gives it it's like having a flick knife in the back pocket. It's not there, but it's just intimidation of the open wheels there.
Yeah. And the way they film it as well with that, just the grill it's always like looking right down from underneath the grill essentially. The time. So all you got is that sort of grill that essentially it's the same view that the hero is getting in his rear view mirror. You're always seeing it from that kind of, it's looming over you kind of angle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fantastic thing. It really is properly threatening. Definitely. I really like that truck actually.
And when you think you got away from it as well, and then you hear it looming.
Yeah, you can hear it coming up the hill, kind of thing. Yeah, here we go again. Nice. Like a bit of that. Yeah. Cool. Well, I was going to say, my next car.
Go on in.
It's got a good theme tune. Very good theme tune.
Is it shit kicking?
I don't know. Well, it does have a a bit of a wacka wacka wow wow thing in it, which is Magnum's red Ferrari.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a bit of Tom Selleck, who looks vaguely monkey-ish. Let's be honest.
Which was that, the Daytona or the Testarossa?
No, it's the 308.
Yeah, the 308, wasn't it? The 1977 one, 308.
You're thinking of Miami Vice.
Oh, yeah, that was the Daytona Spider, wasn't it?
Yes.
The white one.
Yeah, although it actually wasn't. No, the white one was a Testarossa, but the Daytona was black, but it was actually a Corvette kit, and this upset Ferrari apparently, and they had to kill it off on the screen, and they fired a rocket launcher at it.
Wasn't that Tubbs's car as well, rather than Crockett's?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Bloody racists.
They killed it with a rocket launcher.
Did indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's me. Cross. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Now that isn't an MR2 kit, is it? Because they do make stuff, but they don't look like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Miami Vice Ferraris were good, but you can't beat looking like Tom Selleck in a Hawaiian shirt. The only white man on earth to pull off a Hawaiian shirt and sitting in that car, and he does that little eye waggle, and then woof, he's off in that Ferrari.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they had to drop the seat right down and lower it as much as they could, and his head still stuck up out of the top because he's so tall. I saw recently whilst doing my research for this podcast.
Oh, you're doing research now. Blimey.
Bloody hell.
Fucking hell, this is pushing the boat out, isn't it?
This is unprecedented.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I think we should do all three of these then. Why not?
Go on, him.
Because I think I prefer the Magnum PI Ferrari to the Ferrari Testarossa.
But the Testarossa, I mean, the one thing I will say with the Testarossa that it has that the Magnum Ferrari kind of starts to have, the Spider, obviously, rocket launcher holes notwithstanding. The Testarossa has that grill that runs down the length. Down the length, and that always...
Yeah, very 80s.
Yeah, like shark's gills almost. That looked lovely. The only thing it does have, which is really, really stupid, is that wing mirror that seems to be up round about head height. Which is just the dumbest fucking idea on earth.
I'd imagine that is where everyone else's wing mirrors are anyway on a normal sized car. That's just keeping it in line.
I just got visions of him driving, because it sticks out sort of like fucking Noddy's ears. I mean, it just flies. I just imagine like driving past people on bikes and hitting them up the arse with it.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, and there's only on one side as well. It's really unbalanced.
Yeah, because it didn't have a rear view mirror, did it? So it was a rear view mirror and a wing mirror all in one. Stupid thing.
Well, didn't cars in the 70s/80s come with just one side mirror anyway?
No.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I think they did, yeah.
My Mark 1 Golf only had one.
Yeah, but you might have bought a cheap Mark 1 Golf, let's be honest.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? I had cloth seats.
Were they checked as well?
Oh,
nice
yes.
Check pattern. Oh,
yes.
Very nice.
I mean, I'm looking at a few cars now, and I'm starting to see that a few wing mirrors weren't around. So yeah, okay, maybe I'll take your point there. Yeah. But then again,
one nice thing about both of those Ferraris is the pop-up lights. That's something you don't get anymore.
Oh yeah, they used to look so cool on was it Triumph TR7s, weren't they? Was it?
Yeah. That's the one. Or the X19 Fiat that was around the same sort of time.
The quintessential 80s car where you knew you looked cool because the thing, and then wasn't it Toyota Supra had it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad's Honda Civic had it as well.
Nice.
No, Honda Accord. He had the Honda Accord with the pop-up lights. And when he popped the bonnet, you had little motor which you could turn and make them pop up manually yourself.
Nice.
A lot of Japanese cars in the 80s and 90s had pop-up lights.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, there's loads.
Right. Well, I mean, this does lead me on to another car with pop-up lights, but I'll leave that one because I think someone else should have a crack at it because they're probably going to come up. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. But if he doesn't come up in the next round, trust me, I'm going for it with the little lights.
Right, I'm just going to go through my list and see what I can find. It is my go, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What do I do? Okay. Right. I'm going to drop this one in because it is a cool /car/van anyway.
Right.
But it did appear in a TV show.
Go on then.
And it appears in most movies anyway. And I'm surprised people don't point it out more and more. To the point where I might start pointing it out.
Go on.
And this was the 1968 Volkswagen T2 van. It appeared in Lost. And so I'm allowed to bring this one up.
Bloody hell.
Is that the bay window?
Yeah.
Just the shonky old Volkswagen camper van?
Yeah.
Mate, see how much money they are.
Really?
Yes.
Because there's hardly any left because they were pretty feeble. You had a little like 1.3 or 1.6 air-cooled engine in the back where it's not going to get cooled down very much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They are cool anyway.
Are they?
Yes, they are very cool. I will not have you say anything against them.
It's like a school bus from the 1960s.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I flipping
and if you want
love
the split screen, you can pay about 80 grand for one of those.
What?
For a decent one. Oh, yeah, they're just stupid money because obviously there are hardly any left. Supply and demand.
And some people would have their heart broken because they go out and buy a split screen car or the shell of it, and then they get it steam cleaned, and also what would they do? They'd dip them, and all the filler and Bondo would fall out.
There's nothing left.
And you'd end up with, it'll be spider's web's worth of shell there, and it'd just be a write-off. You just wouldn't be able to drive it anymore. And
nice.
there goes 15 grand straight away.
I mean, I've seen people customizing these things up and, spray painting them and paneling them and all that kind of stuff, but I never got the love for them. I don't understand it. It's like a sausage roll with wheels.
And, right, your point being, what's the matter with that?
What's to drive a fucking sausage roll with wheels? And if it costs 80 grand, I know what I'm going to spend my money on. It ain't going to be that.
I don't get Beetles. I don't get that at all.
I get Beetles.
Well, we can write Herbie off then. That's it.
I like the Beetles as well, but the bay windows, the split screen, they're iconic anyway as a van /car in modern pop culture. But the bay window, I think it's just got a way around it. Where we live, when the sun comes out, they all come out as well. And I flipping love it. I would dearly love to have one.
Fine. I mean, horses for courses. People like what they like, but I've never got the love for them. I've never got the love for that kind of hippie truck. Essentially, it is everyone like 16 hippies all going off down to Woodstock or possibly Devon, thinking
with an acoustic guitar.
With an acoustic guitar, exactly, and a surfboard to go on a 6-foot high wave off the coast of Exeter.
Yeah, and what are the flyer things called? Oh, the little trucks that you can pull along behind you, the radio flyer.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that just 80 grand for that. No,
I wouldn't pay 80 grand, but it wouldn't be your first choice of car anyway. This is your second car. There's no way you'd have it as a first car.
Wouldn't be my fifth.
Keep letting you down.
Yeah. You'd spend half the time broken down on the road. But that's the fun of it.
No, that's not the fun of it at all. You want a car that works.
Have you ever seen when Santa Pod, when they have the VW festivals on there, down the motorway, you just see streams of them and like relay services all by them where they've all broken down.
I just can't see the reason to have one if all it's going to do is break down and make you look like a twat from the 1960s. It's like not only have I failed to move on, but I've got terrible taste in reliability cars.
Yeah.
But just if you want to customize up some metal, get a spray can and then just get a piece of old scrap from the breaker's yard. I just don't.
Yeah, but you can put a Subaru engine in them. The Impreza engine fits straight in because that's a boxer engine as well.
Porsche as well. You can put a Porsche engine.
Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can put a Porsche engine in it, but you better sure as shit bolt your seat to the fucking engine because it's going to leave the rest of it behind.
I'm pretty sure you'd have to change everything else as well, brakes and drive shaft and gearbox to go along with it.
This is. Sorry, go on, Gary.
So that reminds me of I went to I think Bug Jam or Big Bang, one of these VW festivals. I had a Mark II Golf a couple of years ago, and watching on the drag strip Santa Pod, they had like old bay windows and stuff with the Subaru engines or Porsche engines and that, and they just ended up breaking. They never seemed to quite make the run. They'd always blow the engine up and stuff just by pushing them too hard.
Yeah,
very expensive game that.
There is video because I think Jamie Oliver had one of these.
Yes, he did.
Took it onto Top Gear, didn't he?
Even more reason to burn it.
And he had a Porsche engine dropped into one, and then the Stig drove him around the track while he was trying to cook in the back of it.
That's the one, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, like I say, anyone who likes that sort of thing, go for it. But for me, no. Well, by the way, what does that actually feature in? What were we talking about?
Lost. It's definitely in Lost and pretty much every other movie that you've seen.
Yeah. I was going to say, I know it turned up in Futurama because they go off to a sort of Woodstock-esque kind of thing and they're all sort of zoning out in the back and it's a bit like Apocalypse Now.
Wasn't it in Juno as well?
That would require me to have seen Juno.
I haven't seen Juno either. But
someone's just Googling. Someone's Googling.
No. I'm my hands are away from the keys at the moment.
Fair enough. All right then.
I'm just gonna have a look at films with bay window.
Oh God.
There's a lot of them. It's one of them. It's like a well-known actor being put in as an extra.
It's the car equivalent of the Wilhelm scream, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Where every time you hear the scream, you just go, oh, right, there you go. Wah!
Yeah, it's so obvious that you just ignore it nowadays.
Yeah.
There's an ambulance one in Rush, according to... and there's one on Peppa Pig.
Well, that's the one I was thinking of. God.
There you go. Doesn't have a monkey driving it, does it? Because it's got a good theme tune.
I think it's a pig.
Oh, shit. See? There you go.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess you got some kind of weird mammal driving it. That'll count. Okie dokie. What about you, Hal? What's your next one?
Oh God, I'm gonna go for, because I watched Psychoville today. Yeah. So I'm gonna go for Mr. Jelly's big Granada hearse thing.
Right, to Google.
Okay, Mr. Jelly's hearse.
Yes.
Mr. Jelly's hearse.
Mr.
Image.
Jelly's.
I can't find it. That's interesting. Have you got an image of it? Or do you know what type of thing it is? Psychoville?
It's just a Granada hearse, black hearse. Nice. And it says on it, Mr. Jelly keeps kids quiet. I think.
Jellyparties.co.uk.
No.
No?
No good will come of clicking that link.
Okay, I won't click that one.
Yeah. I've just found an inspirational picture that says Papa John's Pizza, and it's got a picture of a pizza with a hearse on it.
I couldn't help myself. I've clicked it.
Yeah.
And it's got Mr. Jelly keeps kids quiet, and a picture of a clown.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath it, it says, the council asked me to remove this site because it's unsuitable for children and contains some strong language. But I don't know what all the fuss is about, so I'm putting it back up. Enter.
Oh, I've got the car. I'm looking at it now.
You got it.
Do I enter this?
I don't think you want to. If I'm honest,
wasn't that how it went wrong in the first place? Anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say we're back again. We're back again. We're back on Savile, on Savile Row.
Well, you might be.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, no, here you go. I'll just put this in the chat. So copy that image and stick that in the chat for you. He says, there you go. Excuse me. Mr. Jelly keeps kids quiet. Is that in the chat? Can you see that?
Hang on.
Have I just stuck it in the wrong window?
No, it's not in my chat.
Oh, blimey.
I've still got a picture of the the 18 van and a smart car.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
someone jazzed up the smart car to be an 18 van, yeah. You can't go wrong with that. Hold on, here we go. I think I've done wrong.
I've found it. I've got it. Yeah, that is pretty much the only image of it, unfortunately, isn't it?
Yeah, hold on. Copy the image. This is great podcasting, isn't it? Man copies and pastes thing on live on air. There you go. Mr. Jelly keeps kids quiet. Yeah. It's pretty dark.
It's very dark. Are you familiar with the show?
I saw one episode and I thought, I'll catch up with that on iPlayer, and it's one of those things that's always like, every time I see it, I kind of must remember to watch that. A bit like number 9 inside.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, some are better than others, I found it.
Yeah.
Is this a recent thing then?
Yeah. Well, fairly recent.
Inside number 9's a couple of years old. Psychoville's 2010, I think.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fair old now. It's what they did after League of Gentlemen, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise it was that old. Blimey.
So this is just a Ford Granada with a hearse bit cut on the back?
Yeah.
Now, I think they actually made hearses from Granadas back in the day.
They still do. I mean, you still get those ones. I mean, I guess probably now they use Bentleys and, that kind of thing, but
Volvos and, what else do they use?
Yeah,
Vauxhall make them as well.
Yeah, there's the big old Ford Galaxy ones as well, isn't there? Or am I misremembering? It's been a long time since I've been in a hearse. Yeah, at least as far as the authorities are concerned. Anywho,
I want to hear that story.
Oh, moving on. Anyway, my car next. Yeah, I said I was going to do one with the flappy lights going up and down.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I've got to do this one. It's the James Bond Lotus Esprit 1975.
Oh, yes.
You can't go wrong with that. From Spy Who Loved Me, the underwater James Bond car.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have the toys, both of them, the one with the wheels and the underwater one?
Yeah.
Yep.
With the little things that come out the side.
The little fins.
Yeah.
Didn't it fire missiles as well out of the back?
Yep. That's it. Yeah. Out of the rear view window, sorry.
Yeah.
There was 4 of them, I think, if I remember rightly, or maybe that's just my imagination. But yeah, they fired them up straight up, wouldn't they? To blow up Caroline Munro in a helicopter. Oh, that was such a good one. The only problem with that was that when you started playing with it in the bath and the car, the bloody thing got water in it like instantly, and then it go all scuzzy because you get all the scum from the bath water just sort of drying out inside the bloody thing. So My windows went from tinted black to kind of like a vaguely faded soapy white.
See, I didn't have that version of the toy. I had the small die-cast Matchbox toy.
Yeah.
And the wings didn't go in or out or anything like that. But when it was in the film, the wheels retract, don't they, to turn it into a submarine? But this car that I had, the toy, had tiny little wheels underneath, so you could still push it around.
Drive it around in the bath.
Yeah, well, I got told off so many times because I had two, and you drive it around and then scratch the bath, and so get in massive trouble for doing that.
What were you doing with it? What were you doing to the bath to scratch a bath?
Well, sometimes you drop it. I'm talking about cast iron baths here. Yeah,
but you're talking about a dinky toy about like an inch across being floated in water by a small child.
Trust me, if I had the potential to do it or break it or bend it or fuck it up in some way, somehow I would do it.
Hang on. Is this recently? I mean, is this a man telling you off?
No, this is not recently.
You sure?
Honest, governor.
Are you sure, Elton?
Honest, governor.
Yeah. Yeah. If we put this on the Shonky Lab on the Facebook group, if we ask, we say, Amanda, does he play with his little lotus in the bath?
Euphemism.
His little white lotus. Does he press it? Does he press it too hard against the side of the bath?
Does he thrash it around a bit?
Does he damage the surface? You know,
does he get scuzzy, soapy marks over it?
I just do my Jaws impression.
Yeah, I used to.
There's a fin. There's a fin.
Have you seen now that when Jaws, when he does that smile, and you know this where he's skiing, there's that skiing woman who smiles back at him, and she had rotten teeth.
Yeah.
Well, in the new one, it doesn't do that anymore. They've edited it so she has nice shiny teeth now.
Hang on, what's this?
That's in Moonraker, though, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
When Jaws falls for the girl who looks like Heidi. Yeah.
Oh, that Jaws.
Yeah.
No, not bloody shark.
I was sat there going, what? I was thinking, maybe Jaws 3, there's water skiing on that, but I don't know. Okay.
Right.
I'm totally lost now.
Don't worry. Hal's just following a format and jumping the tracks.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's made the connection.
The name to the show.
Yeah, exactly. He's made the connection from Jaws to Jaws.
Okay, well, I'm going to wade in with another one then.
Go on in.
Now, this wasn't on any list that I could find. I've just about thought of it when I was looking for Mr. Jellies. And I came across Mr. Funny from the Mr. Men.
Oh, my God.
And he drives around in a big shoe.
I've got to look at this.
Look up Mr. Funny's car, or Mr. Funny drives around in a car. And he drives around in the big shoe. And I used to love the Mr. Men when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And I brought my kids up to like the Mr. Men as well, because I wanted them to like the Mr. Men. And so, God damn it, they will like the Mr. Men.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just reminds me of being a kid, just watching him drive around in his massive shoe. And the thing is, though, all the shoes that they have in Mr. Men, they all have these little swirls and patterns at the front.
Oh, the broguing.
Yeah, and on the heel as well. And I just totally forgot that he drives around in a shoe. So, Mr. Funny and his car shoe.
Mr. Funny in his car shoe. I mean, yeah. But which shoe is the definitive shoe? Because I'm looking at loads of pictures here, and some have pictures of the shoe being red, some have them as being brown, and then others have him being yellow.
That's the thing about Mr. Men, though, wasn't it? If you got the cartoon, and pretty much 80s and 70s cartoons, the colour match wouldn't be correct in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I'd like to think of it as a brown shoe.
Brown shoe. Okie dokie. Well, yeah. Controversial.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've got yellow and red shoes here. I mean, clearly it's it's the argument of an age.
Well, I will pick a better one for my next time round anyway, so.
I mean, which shoe would you drive around in? The brown one, presumably.
Yeah, the brown one, and it'll probably be the left one as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense because you'd be driving on the left.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
It all works out.
Yeah, I go for the red shoe because it looks more like a racing shoe, if I'm honest.
Well, you, sir, are a fool.
Well, you see,
just because it looks like a racing shoe doesn't mean it goes like a racing shoe.
Yeah, well, you see. Yeah, but my one's got better heels, and your one, from all the pictures I'm looking at, has got like a little spoiler at the front.
It's not the first time you've wanted better heels than me, is it?
No, but then that was a special night in Taiwan. And, as long as no one made eye contact, I heard it was a great idea.
Exactly, yes. High-fiving was acceptable, but no eye contact.
No eye contact.
Al, get us out of this mess, please. Crying out loud.
Pull the ripcord, Hal.
Okay, I'm going to go deliciously 80s with Gene Hunt's Audi Quattro.
Oh, nice.
Never got it.
What?
Never got it. I didn't see Life on Mars anyway.
Right.
I get the car, and it won rally upon rally upon rally, didn't it? But never really appealed to me.
Right. Fair enough.
Fair enough. I liked it. I loved this little car. And it looked great in the show as well. But the only thing was that got completely ruined for me by Top Gear, because after watching Top Gear, I became very aware that people owned Audis, Audi Quattros and all that kind of thing. Oh no, it was Alfa Romeo. Sorry, my mistake. I was going to say, but they always broke down. They looked nice, but they always broke down.
Yeah.
But that's Alfa Romeos, isn't it? But no, I like this. It definitely is so solidly 80s. You just look at that and you just go, you don't even need to see anything else. You just go 80s right there. There it all is. This great little car. I never had one, but it always looked cool.
Yeah.
And a little bit ridiculous, if I'm honest.
Well, those wheel arches, it is so 80s, isn't it? Probably smells of Aramis.
Yeah, high karate. High karate and denim for men.
In the show, was it a major part of the show?
It did a lot of squealing around and taking corners and throwing its back end out and all that sort of thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Lots of burnouts.
Yeah, it was the part of the fun of it was because it was sort of set in the 80s, and the way that Gene Hunt was, it was kind of like a nod back to things like the Sweeney and that kind of thing. And, just seeing him swan about in an Audi Quattro was quite funny, because, obviously in the Sweeney and in these other cars, in like the Professionals and all this sort of thing, they had these, super slick looking cars. But, yeah, the Audi Quattro wasn't quite as super slick, but I thought it looked lovely.
No, it's not a car designed to be super slick, though, is it?
Exactly.
It's a car designed to run through forests.
What? Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah, because,
Although, strictly speaking, that was a shorter wheelbase version with a shorter back window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that was better... The only thing that was better than the Quattro was, for me, was the full Cortina that they had in that the brown...
the brown. Yeah, that was nice.
That was totally 80s. It was like, 70s, wasn't it, at that point?
Yes.
70s, yeah.
With the vinyl roof, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And seats that burn your legs.
That's it. And that strange coffee shit brown. Like a very sick dog had just thrown up all over the place.
How many programs had Cortinas in them then?
Cortinas?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not Cortinas. I was thinking Capri. Sorry.
Oh, Capris, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I heard that basically Ford, what they did in the 70s, said to the television shows, "Here, you can use our cars for free rather than hiring them." And that's why there's so many and why they cost so much now.
Interesting. Yeah, because they were all over the place. I mean, the only 70s or 80s show in England that didn't use a Ford was as far as I can remember, was Arthur Daly, who drove around in a Jag XJ6.
Yeah.
But
then Terry had a Ford.
Exactly. Yeah, he had a Ford Capri, didn't he? A Mark 1, I think it was.
Del Boy had a
Mark
Ford
II.
Capri.
Oh, Mark 2, that's it. Yeah. Sorry?
Del Boy had a Ford Capri, or Capri Gear, shall we say?
Yeah, but he also then had the Robin Reliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a Reliant Regal.
Oh, there you go. I'm starting to fill out my depth. Help.
Is that the van version of the Robin Reliant then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't know such things, should I? That's terrible.
No. Trust me. That's good. That's good.
That's why you're here.
Yeah. You're the expert. You're the James May amongst the two of us. I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm not sure. Better than Clarkson, I think.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Right. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go for a biggie for my next one.
Go on then. I'll tell you what. We'll do the biggie, and then we'll have a little break.
Yep.
And then we'll come back and carry on waffling about these sort of stuff. Is that all right with everyone?
Yeah. All
Sounds
good
good
for
to
me.
me.
Okay, cool. Right.
Okay.
Go on then. Hit us.
We'll play out with a biggie then, and it's got to be a very old car. I say very old car. It's a Cadillac. It's a white one. It's a 1958 one, and it's a hearse. And it's white.
Oh yes.
Ecto 1.
So what? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
It's that noise, isn't it? That siren. It's just great.
Yeah. I'm reading it now. It's a 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor hearse. There you go. For you people who are a bit more knowledgeable about cars than me. I love this car.
It's quite scary looking.
Yeah.
It's really quite big, with those big wings on the back and everything. It's
Bit like
quite a creepy looking car.
Yeah. Bit like Christine as well.
Yeah.
But that was a Cadillac as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean the Ghostbusters Cadillac. I mean, come on, how you can't get much more iconic than that, and it has a great theme tune. See, it's got
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, flipping love it. White wall tires as well.
Yeah.
white wall
That
tire.
nice bit of red. The stripe across the symbol.
Yeah, that typical Cadillac kind of bumper thing, which looks like it's got like 4 air intakes on the front, and the and all that junk that's on the roof.
That's what makes it for me. All the crap that's on top that never really gets explained or used in any way, but you get the lights and the siren, and the siren is a big thing as well, isn't it? It's just announcing that it's there.
Yeah, and it's really low. I mean, I'm looking at pictures of it now, but it's really low to the ground, and it kind of spills around the bends, and it's sort of like the wheel on the leading edge kind of almost disappears into the arch when it goes
It is
around.
proper slammed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like fucking hell. That was not meant to go very fast. That car, was it? It was.
Clearly not.
I wonder if they did slam it a little bit.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a picture of it going. Sorry, go on, carry on. Hal, sorry.
No, I just think it'd have to be slammed just to sit at that height, unless it got a lot of weight in it.
Well, it's a hearse, and so you don't really want to be reaching up any higher than what you do if you're pulling a box out the back.
True.
So really, maybe that is a design of the car, but I'd like to see one before and after.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I say, I maybe the other thing that kind of makes it kind of a little bit you're a little bit unsure of how it rides is because the back wheels don't have an arch. It's actually embedded in the body of the car. But it's raked angle, I think, as well. It's kind of leaning forward. The picture I'm looking at now is anyway.
Yeah.
And that 80s, or that, is it an 80s sort of whip aerial?
Yeah.
30 feet long, and they've literally pulled it all the way up to the back of the car. Oh, I remember them. Bloody hell.
Right, I think I've found one. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I see there's a brown one, and that has got the same sort of ride height.
Yeah?
Let me get this. This one that I found, it seems to have... Oh, that's such a crap picture, you dickhead.
That's all right. Chuck it at us anyway. We'll be able to see it.
No, this was like a thumbnail that wasn't even worth sending over. It looks ever so slightly higher than the Ghostbusters car itself. The picture I'm looking at. To the point where the white walls, you can see the top of the white walls. On the Ghostbuster picture that I'm looking at, if I could see the whole tyre, then I think the top of it would be obscured by the arch.
Yeah, you can pretty much see the wheel itself, can't you?
Yeah.
The top of the wheel.
Yeah.
There's some really pretty ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I think there was two versions, wasn't there? There was the original, and then they did I think it got fucked up, and they basically then they got another model, or a very similar model for Ghostbusters 2, didn't they? I don't think it's the same car in Ghostbusters 2. So again,
is it not?
No, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure because when they made Ghostbusters 1, they basically, the car was rusting and falling apart, and then they tried to make a new one. Because if you look at Ghostbusters 2 one, I'm trying to find it now, but this is all just off the top of my head. So again, I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I remember them saying that they had to basically make it again, and they had to get a slightly different model. I'm trying to remember where it is. Ghostbusters 2 Ecto 1, because it's slightly different. If my brain reminds me, I'm pretty sure it's a slightly different car. But maybe that's just the markings, because I know they put like marking tape down the side as well, like the sort of warning tape and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's not the same car. But again, I'm sure someone like Andy or someone like that is going, no, it's the exact same car.
I see what you mean. The front, it looks slightly different, doesn't it? And it's got different shit on the roof.
Yeah, it's got different shit on the roof. It's got it's different width.
Different wheels, no white walls.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a different car.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looking at the front there.
Yeah, hold on. I found a GIF, but the problem is if I try and share the GIF, it's not going to help anyone. But it is. I think it's a different car entirely.
Yeah, the front. It's that front end there. It's like they've made the back look the same.
Yeah,
tried to make it, But yeah, you can tell by the grille and the lights.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just going to send you a link to the GIF of it flying past. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh dear.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Oh well, yeah. The crap on top is totally different, isn't it?
Crap on top is different, but if you look at the front of it, it's not as wide.
No.
And it looks slightly taller as well. The roof.
Slightly different colour. Yeah. Different colour strips on there as well.
Yeah.
The wings at the back, I think the wings on the back are a darker version, aren't they? But on Ghostbusters 2, they seem red. Yeah.
So, like I say, I mean, I think this is maybe apocryphal, or I'm just half remembering it, but I'm pretty sure that the original Ghostbusters, Ecto 1, either a collector bought it, or it was so rusted and fucked up that by the end of the filming that it just ended up getting abandoned and scrapped. And then they got either another model of the 1959 Cadillac, but it wasn't the exact same model.
I think the windows look slightly squarer It looks like the back, like they put the wings on to look like the first one, but you can kind of tell by the roof and the windows.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So there you go.
The front windscreen seems bigger on the Ghostbusters 2 as well.
Yeah.
It seems taller.
But like I say, I mean, maybe we'll all be wrong. Maybe, like I say, you'll have like half a dozen Ghostbusters cosplayers going, "No, you're absolutely wrong." But where will you be without a bit of controversy? I guess.
Well, that's what we're doing it for. That's all we're doing it for. We know exactly what we're talking about. It's just poke the bear. Why not?
Well, in which case, let me just say that Ghostbusters 2 was the best one.
Okay.
And good night, everyone. Son?
That's a brave man to say that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not agreeing with that at all. I may be mad and poking the bear, but not fucking suicidal.
Okay, well, what we'll do, we'll take a little break for the people listening on the podcast, which is everyone at the moment.
Yep.
All you need to do is listen for another 30 seconds and we'll be back very shortly. But we're going to go off, have a drink, gather our thoughts again, get our lists back together, and we'll be going through some more cars, and then we'll be revealing what would be the official Shonky Lab mode of transportation from now on.
Yeah.
So that's all to look forward to, I suppose. So what we'll do, we'll disappear and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Excellent.
He's looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when it came out. Blimey! I mean, there's lots of.
Oh,
just trying. Oh, you found it?
Oh no! Oh yes, I think I have. Hang on. Yeah, I have. I think I have.
Charlie Sheen car. There you go. Yeah, it looked like someone. Yeah, it was.
Looks like a modern day car now.
Yeah, like someone sort of put some molding over the top of a Honda Civic.
Yeah, and it's giving it the Lamborghini
profile. Yeah,
the wings, door wings as well.
Yeah.
Or one of those suspicious kits for an MR2.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. An MR2. What's it called? It's an M4S Turbo Interceptor by Dodge, apparently.
Okay.
There you go. See? Quick Google makes us look all super cool. We know what we're talking about.
It looks like a Hot Wheels car, doesn't it?
It doesn't.
That's it. Yeah, the kind of Hot Wheels car where they sort of like had bits left over from sports cars and they just bolted it all together and sort of filled it in with some welded bits.
Yeah.
Just to make it look slick.
It's got a crazy spoiler at the back as well.
Yeah, like
some pictures, not all, I've noticed.
Yeah, the one that was in the actual film looked like the what's that one, the Zonda? Is it the Zonda, the one that Richard Hammond kept going on about in Top Gear?
Yeah.
The stupid car that was ridiculously long and had the little sort of silly spoiler at the back. Zonda. It looks like a bit like that. It's kind of got this weird.
Yeah, it probably is a Zonda because. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to drop a link in it, and he just wants to give you a huge thing. Sod that. The Zonda is a weird looking car. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's almost you're sitting on top of the engine on that.
Yeah, but it's stupidly long and kind of ill proportioned.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? Ah, God, blimey, I'm warming up. This is like a really naff version of Top Gear, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, can I just jump back to the General Lee very, very quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I've got two stories about that.
Go on, then.
One was I always asked my dad if I could jump through the windows in his car because I loved that program.
Really?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He wouldn't let me. He did once or twice.
Mm.
But that was only when Mum wasn't getting in the car as well. Because
Right.
I'm sure she wouldn't have wanted a boot in her face at the time.
Yeah, probably not.
But another one was, I was pretty much obsessed with Dukes of Hazzard at one point as a kid, because it was just an awesome orange car driving around, jumping around, and it was the best thing on TV.
Right.
And I wanted a remote control car of the General Lee, but I don't think they were made at that time. And my dad was...
Everyone wanted one round then.
Yeah. But my dad wanted to write into Jim Will Fix It to fix it for me to get into the General Lee.
Nice.
And I distinctly remember having a conversation with him. I was around about 5, and he was going, would you like me to write into Jimmy Savile for you? I was like, no, I just want a remote control car. He went, but wouldn't you want to get in the real one? I'm like, no, I just want a remote control car. So yeah, we're going to be talking about vehicles. I've got no stories to build into this. I think we should just get into this because I feel it's going to be a long one. I used to be really good on vehicles and knowing about stuff, and not how many cylinders they got or anything like that, but I used to know how many litres that engine was and what car that was and who built that gearbox and stuff like that. I used to know that as a kid at school.
Yeah.
Now, don't know. Don't care. Doesn't bother me anymore. I just think if it looks cool, excellent. If it goes fast, even better. So we're just going on sex appeal, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Got to get some sexy ones.
Yeah, sex appeal. Are they iconic enough to really make it onto this list? Imagine the cool wall on Top Gear.
Yeah. And do they get extra bonus points if there's a monkey or some kind of simian in charge? If you have some kind of monkey in the car or truck, does that get bonus points?
It depends on what one you're talking about. All I can think of is Right Turn Clyde, that film.
Oh, you see, you got that, but you got BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the... Right. To Google. By the way, just to warn people, there'll be a lot of Googling.
Yeah. With a great soundtrack. That's another thing. You got to have a good soundtrack with your cars, don't you? Your vehicles.
Yeah.
I think so. That hooks you in, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you got to have something that you kind of sitting there, and not only does it look cool, not only does it have a monkey behind the wheel, but it also has a great soundtrack.
Doesn't it have to be shit kicking music?
Yeah. Yeah, if you've got at least one sort of banjo or ukulele going,
it's not a tune unless someone's blowing on a jug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looking like they should have been going through your bins earlier.
Okay, BJ and the Bear. I've just got it up.
Yeah,
I don't remember this at all. This is a truck.
Yeah, it's a big red truck. A bit like if they took the Starsky and Hutch car and turned it into a truck.
Right, okay.
The chimpanzee and one of my two dads behind the wheel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you know the bloke from My Two Dads with the beard?
Yeah.
That's him, Greg Evigan.
And this is from the 70s?
Yeah, early 80s.
Early 80s, okay.
Yeah.
Early 80s, doesn't it, with the hair?
That's it.
Still collars, so yeah, that's got to be a crossover.
Yeah. That's right. He always thought he looked cool in sort of brown shirts, so that's definitely putting it late 70s.
Yeah. That's quite a truck.
It is. I don't know what type of truck it is, because there was always two types, wasn't there? There's the flat fronted ones, and then there was the ones that looked like Rubber Duck from Convoy with the big long nose.
Yeah.
But it did have a theme tune. Rolling down to Dallas, my wheels provide my palace. I'm off to New Orleans, who knows where.
I recognise that.
Yeah, that's because we used to sing it whenever Mike Higgins sent feedback into the Black Dog, because he drives a truck. So we were saying that he was driving around with a monkey.
Right, okay, so it's all fitting into one now.
See, it's all coming. It's all slotting into place, and I've got 2 plugs in.
Are they allowed to carry that much cash on them?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shonky Lab. Yes, it isn't dead just yet. I'm Elton, and joining me are the guest producers in the shape of Mr. Lee Medcalf.
Hello.
And Mr. Hal Curtis.
Hello.
And we are here to be talking about, how did we put it? TV and film vehicles. Road vehicles?
Yeah, road and wheeled vehicles, isn't it? It's land vehicles.
Yeah.
That gives us a lot of scope.
Because the aircraft and the helicopters, aeroplanes, boats, spaceships, it'd just be a 7-hour episode.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
Not yet, they don't.
No. As much as you like it, and as much as you think you would like it, you wouldn't want it. Trust me. That's just not good for anyone, I don't think.
Yeah, it's like those idiots who want a 7-hour Black Dog podcast. It's like, no, you really don't. You really don't.
All they can have it. It'll just be all the stuff in between.
Going off and making a cup of tea.
Yeah. And Darren coming back going, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Is this on? Is this on? Hello? Hold on. Anyway, sorry, a little behind the scenes there. Not my podcast now. Go on, carry on.
Anyway, yes. So, if you're listening to this, which you are, because it's not live this week, I'm still trying to work out how to get it live via some technical difficulties that I've had recently. So, one day we will be back live. When you do listen to us live, you can join us on, hopefully, mixler.com/Rogue2Media. There is normally a chat room there which you can join in and listen to us there and help us along our way. This would have been perfect for the chat room, I feel. There would have been reams and reams and reams of people putting up pictures of cars and links to other stuff as well.
Well, I tell you what, to celebrate getting Mixler running, maybe you should do the part 2 with aircraft and spaceships and what have you. Yeah,
it won't be spaceships. We've already done the spaceships.
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
Don't you do that one, Lee?
Yeah, I was going to say there's a bit of a Venn diagram crossover there, isn't there?
Oh, it's huge. The 2 circles are almost touching each other on all sides.
Balls are almost touching.
But we would do. I suppose it would be aircraft. Famous aircraft, and a lot of Jerry Anderson stuff would end up on that, I feel.
Yeah. But once everyone said Airwolf and Blue Thunder, we'd all just go home, right?
But then it'll be a fight out between the two as to who goes top.
Oh, well, you know. I'm gonna keep it powder dry for that one, I think.
Yeah, see? Yeah. 7 hours. Thank you very much.
Why is it me causing 7 hours?
No, I'm not saying it's you causing 7 hours.
Reading between the lines there, Mr. McManus.
Check your contract.
I don't know. But,
sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, so we started off with a truck. There you go. That's your first one in there.
That's all right. I can dig that one. I can dig that one totally. How have you got one that you want to stick in? Or this is just going to be a free for all. So if you want to barge in, elbows are plenty. That's fine.
Well, I'd probably have to go for the obvious one, the General Lee.
Oh, see, another shit kicker theme tune.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the Duke boys could be mistaken for monkeys.
Indeed. Welded doors.
Yeah, what was the deal with the welded doors?
Because it was a racing car, it needed the rigidity, I believe. I think that was the idea, anyway.
Right, not just because they just didn't know how to work doors, being inbred hillbillies.
Could be that.
Just fell through the window because it's the clear bit.
It's got a racing number on the side as well, so it is a racing car.
Is it? Was that part of the plot then?
I think so, yeah.
Because I always just thought they were just two hicks who just happened to get in trouble with the law for just general reasons. But I didn't know they were racers. Yeah, well, were they racers or something then? Or was that their backstory? Because I never really followed Dukes of Hazzard beyond.
I think it was the backstory.
Yeah. There you go.
I'd like to say it was the backstory. I can't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't. I honestly, all I thought was they were just two hoodlums who like destroying barns using their car.
That car must have been totaled every single episode. Maybe at least 3 or 4 times every single episode, because I always did the massive jump.
You could see the wheels go straight through the wheel arch every time it landed.
Yeah, bent in half pretty much, didn't it? And then just drove off a bit like the Commando Porsche.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. You just thought, oh, okay, any second now. Oh, there's John Ritter's head going through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the top of the engine shape itself onto the bonnet. And in the next shot, it's perfectly fine. It's just driving off.
Yeah. Yeah. As the exhaust pipe does a 90 degrees from the rest of the car as it lands.
Do you ever remember the Ghost one? They had an episode where they were supposed to have been killed in it, and they painted it with fluorescent paint and drove it round at night. So it was the ghost of General Lee.
Oh my word.
Really?
Only in America.
Oh, man.
Really, yeah.
Oh, well, you see, now you've done it. You triggered the thought about a ghost car. Did anyone ever see a film called The Wraith with Charlie Sheen?
Wraith? No.
Not sure.
Because that had a car which probably looked like shit in the daylight, but what they did was they basically had a car, spray painted it black, and he was like, it's like a bit like The Crow. He'd been killed, and he's come back as Charlie Sheen, and then he would turn into this sort of cross between Darth Vader and the Stig, and he would drive around in this black car, which was, like I say, probably looked shit in the daylight, but what they did was they stuck all this sort of blue trim, like blue laser blue, sort of like fish tank lights all around his car.
I've got it on Google. I can see it now. Yeah. I've never seen the film, but
The Wraith, it was called. Yeah.
Series, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But
no, it was
very you must have known instinctively.
I feel like I dodged a bullet there.
You dodged.
Sounds like it.
It was a bit more than a bullet, I suppose. Yeah, but
yeah. You see, you and your youthful good looks and your little cut down Daisy Duke shorts, mate. You would have been
Hey, that's not a bad image.
been right up there like a rat up a drain pipe.
What, my trousers?
Yeah.
Well, that's the first mention of Daisy Duke, anyway.
Oh, come on. We couldn't go very far without that. I mean, that was formative years for me. That was. Come on, I'm a little bit older. You have to go with this, you know.
Yeah, and I've seen it within the last 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah. I mean, just talking about real cars. Yeah, you wanted to try and do. My dad went through a phase of being all about just fucking about with better cars and better cars and better cars. And one, he I don't know if he bought it or he borrowed it or what, but we only had it for a short time, was a 1977 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. with the Firebird on the bonnet.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. We had that for about 3-4 weeks, I think it was. And we used to race around in it. My dad just used to find excuses to drive down to my uncle who was in Chatham, and we'd shoot up and down the A2.
Oh man.
So did you pretend you were driving because it was left-hand drive?
No.
As a passenger?
No, I just sat there going deaf because it made most enormous racket.
Did you have the roofs off? The T-bar?
Yeah, you had the sort of the was it well, it's leatherette, wasn't it? It wasn't real leather, but it was leatherette kind of roof thing, and it was and it basically, yeah, just everything just, all I remember is everything rattled, everything smelt of petrol, and it just made this noise whenever it sort of got on the motorway. It would just made this noise like this. Ah!
And how often did you have to fill it up with petrol?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention at that point, but because this was
must have been a lot of stops.
Yeah, it must have been 1978, 79, something like that. So yeah, I was 8, 9, and yeah, all I remember is just all you could hear was the wind and the engine and everyone trying to talk to each other like this at each other. While it went around your head.
I totally adore that car. To the point where I was reminded about it a little while ago, and I was going to maybe message you and go, okay, can we put that on the docket for Black Dog? I want to do that.
Why? What film?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh my God. Yeah, all right. All right, for you, Elton, right? Yeah,
the Transformers.
Yeah.
It's in perspective.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see my mum and dad tomorrow. I'll see if I can find a picture of the thing, and I'll scan it and bring it, put it up on the Facebook group. There was a picture of me looking like very much like a sort of Savile attendee sitting on the bonnet with my dad.
Very groomed.
Yeah. Wearing my Starsky and Hutch t-shirt and blue jeans with bell bottoms, and my dad with this beard and this sort of